Seattle. It's Keisha here, popping in for Wednesday Night Live. Just wanting to touch base with you all, and I'll be having a special guest join us this week. Hello to everyone who is joining in. This is Wednesday Night Live with Hey Black Seattle. Greetings to everybody who is joining us this evening. Just gonna do a couple of quick commentary for y'all, and then we'll bring on a special guest tonight. But let me know where you're joining from. Where in the Seattle, the greater Seattle area are you joining this live from? Drop it in the comments and let me know where you are saying hello from. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. Since we got some people in here, I'm just gonna jump right into getting into conversation. I would love for any of you, if you want to share just what's on your mind these days. There's a lot going on. We got West Seattle is in the house. Greetings to folks in West Seattle. Hope you out there hitting a revelry room out there. It's one of my faves. Federal Way is in the building. Hey, from Redmond. Got the East Side is checking in. I love it. Where y'all at? I'm on the East Side too, so shout out to you. All right, yeah, so there's a lot going on in the world and locally. Chris Smalls, very effective labor organizer, black man who made legendary progress with the Amazon labor union, got kidnapped by the Israeli occupation forces. So that is, we are praying for his safe return. Do what you can to tap in to get Chris Smalls back from the kidnapping that just happened. So that's on my mind. I would say more locally, let me know if anybody who is in this chat, have you ever been to a space inside downtown? It's a beautiful event space that had many open mics and just community events and such downtown, owned by Sierra and Simone, beautiful couple. Oh, I see the what when for the kidnapping that happened this week, a couple of days ago, or maybe it was the end of last week. Chris Smalls was kidnapped. He was on the Hondola. It's a freedom flotilla, a boat that was going over to attempt to deliver humanitarian aid to the people of Palestine. And they've been doing the freedom flotilla for a very long time, trying to get aid to Palestine. And every time they get intercepted, it's like proving the point of how much Israel is breaking international humanitarian law. But this time, Chris Smalls was on the boat that went, and he got kidnapped. And because he is who he is, he has been treated pretty severely. So he's been abused, beaten. So we're praying for Chris's safe return. It sounds like the last thing I saw that things were progressing for him to come back. So yeah, no problem. No problem. See, she was saying, have had my head down in work for a while. Thanks for the update. So all the best. So send those prayers. But yeah, I wanted to start this out by saying, sending my love to Sierra and Simone for a space inside, because they've made the decision to close it down. And so for those of us who regularly went to Inside, it's a really special place, or it has been a really special place, a place where people really shared from the heart, shared their talent, not just for the poets, but also musicians, and just, it's been a really beautiful sharing and community space. And I've just witnessed so much love at Inside. So just want to wish Sierra and Simone all the best for the next leg of their journey and the things that they're going to put into the community, and just acknowledge that Inside has been special to me. It's got many beautiful memories in that space for me, and I loved every time I got on the mic at a space Inside. So thank you for everything that you have done for the community, and we see you and we love you. And yes, let us know how folks at Hey Black Seattle can support whatever you got going on next. All right. So that is another update. Something else I wanted to check in with you all about. I don't know if you have gone to heyblackseattle.com these days, but I made a bunch of changes to the homepage. I changed the search for a couple of days, but then I changed it back. It used to be, I changed it to like a keyword search, but I don't think it's strong enough yet to leave it that way. So it's back to the category search, but I just made some other changes. So if you have been to the site and if you have been using it, please feel free to just shoot me a DM. Let us know how it's looking for you, how it's working. I have numbers and stuff for the usage of the site, but there's nothing like actually hearing from human beings what their impressions of the site is. Every time I go there and Kat and I look at the site, we're trying to find ways to make it more user-friendly, make it something that is serving people's needs even more and more, making sure that things make sense. Like you can bookmark your favorite profiles on the site, but before it used to say save. So I just changed it to bookmark. So people know when you log in as a community member, you can actually start saving and collecting the things that you might want to return to another time. And you can start having your list of local, whatever it is, community organizations, restaurants. You can save those things when you're logged into the site. So I just wanted to let you know that I've been making some tweaks, and I would love to hear from community how it's landing. So that is something I did want to share with you all. Another thing I wanted to share, the highlight of my summer is coming up, okay? And what might that be, you ask? That is our next Hey Black Seattle event that is happening on August 16th from 2 to 4 in Midtown Square. This is a Black August gathering that we are putting on in partnership with Art Noir, and it is going to be a youth revolutionary thought salon. Now, if you're familiar with the concept of a thought salon, it's just when people gather, it might be gathering in a kitchen, a dining room table, wherever you're gathering to really exchange thoughts and really like unpack some things. It's usually intimate, it's usually food. This is a little bit different. We're going to be outside, but this is a youth revolutionary thought salon. Black August is all about honoring and sharing the stories of and remembering our people, Black resistance leaders, political prisoners, the spirit of resistance. So I don't know if you know this, but there are so many rebellions and revolutionary acts that came through in the month of August. Go back and research it, and that is where a lot of the reason why that month is really special for our people. And so we are doing this. We are going to do a revolutionary thought salon. And what does that look like? Well, that's going to look like 4 young people sharing with us about the stories of Black revolutionaries and revolutionary moments in our people's history. This is it. They're going global with it. But we have 4 teenagers, I want to say all of them are teens, who are going to be speaking at this event. And we, as community, when we gather there, we're going to talk about the things that the young people are sharing with us. We are centering the voices of our youth, but also honoring the stories of our people from the past so that we can think about how we need to be moving today. So if that sounds good to you, for the free, come on August 16th from 2 to 4 to this Black August meetup that we are hosting with Art Noir. There won't just be the youth speakers. We really turning it out. It's youth speakers. We're going to have a youth media team who's capturing the footage. We're going to have a young performer to close us out. The Sky Dior is going to perform at the end of this event. So y'all getting the scoop. Everybody who's watching this live, some of this stuff is going to get announced. Look, while Logic is dropping the knowledge, Nate Turner's Rebellion was in August. That is correct. Yes, Nat Turner's Rebellion was in August. So if you look at a bunch of dates, you'll see a lot of interesting things about our people in the spirit of revolution and rebellion happening in August. So I'm really excited about this truly because of the young people involved and because we're centering their voices and their experience. My daughter's the production assistant. She's 14. We're really leaning into the young people for this. And I hope that folks come out and not just support the young people, but participate in the dialogue around revolution and revolutionary action and just what we can learn from the things that our people have gone through in the past. So that is something that I really wanted to share with you all. I'm looking at my notes. I think that those are the main things. So I'm probably gonna, proud mom. Yes, indeed. Love this. So everybody come out, join us in Art Noir, Midtown Square. All the information is on our website too. So if you go there, you will see all the information about our Black August meetup. So since those are my most pressing updates, see the comments. Thanks for getting the youth involved. Yes, you're so welcome. That's my pleasure. Actually, Nat Turner's Rebellion and the Haitian Revolution was on the same date, August 21st. Wow, I love that y'all looking it up. You're just making my day right now that you're bringing this information into the live, talking about it, because I did not grow up honoring Black August. That is something that I came to as an adult. In fact, I waited the year that I decided to lock my hair, I waited until August to do it because that was my Black August celebration. And so every month, every August, that's when I have my lock anniversary, and it makes me happy, and it reminds me of the spirit of our people and how we rise up. So that is that. All right, let me stop talking about Black August because that's my jam. I will now. I'm gonna go look for our special guests. I know they're in the live because they've been in here dropping all this knowledge in the chat. So let me see if I can. Here we go. To share with us what they got going on. You know that Instagram makes that lag. So here we go. It's the one and only Logic. I'm in.
The one and only.
The one
Just
and
trying to
only.
be myself since everyone else is taken.
You know, and that's the way to go. Look at the pearly whites. You're the best. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live, Logic.
Man, what's up? What's up? Thank you for having me on, and just man, thank you for the inspiration, and thank you for the thoughtful planning into that August celebration. I put it in the comments. I got some youth that I'm working with that we're gonna talk about. That if you need some volunteers, I'll be willing to pay them to be a part of what you got going on. So that's just really dope. That
That's
that that August celebration. That's dope.
I love that. Yeah, let's talk about it. And that's exactly the spirit because every young person that's participating is getting paid. So we are making sure that they are learning early that your contributions have value, especially coming here to teach us. Definitely just trying to give them that experience of being compensated for their time and their talent.
Yeah, let me know if you need any youth. I got some in my program that we can sign up, and then I can join forces with you, and I can pay them. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
Our rate. You know what I
Look,
mean? So we could
look
talk.
at you. We coming in here to talk about you, and you like, all right. So I got some contribution. That's the spirit that you walk in. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, I just think that if more, black folks, copper people, you know what I'm saying, if they extend that energy is gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta walk in what you want out of life. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So, that's what I live by, and it's got me this far. You know what I'm saying? So I
And
think
let's
just being kind, being supportive, and reciprocating, and not all, and that's that intrinsic value. That's
yeah,
what gets you on that next level. Because on this third degree level that we're in, this three-dimensional level that we're on, it's filled with like materialism.
yeah,
But if you can start paying yourself that is outside of money or material value, if you have that intrinsic value, I was thinking about this last night. You're actually working on a fourth or fifth dimension when you're
mm,
able to pay yourself in something of value and a currency that is, what I'm saying, above and beyond what this
yes.
crass consumer capitalist society gives you. So, like,
And
I was thinking about that. I was like, that's why it feels so good when you're doing things for other people. You know
let,
what I'm saying? It feels like a salary. It feels
uh,
like payment.
let
That's
me
how you
share
know
this.
you're on the right track. There'll be a time and a place, you know what I'm saying, to get actual material,
Mm-hmm.
compensation for your deeds. But as much as possible, do stuff, man, just for the intrinsic value in a real way. You feel me?
No, that's real talk because the work that I do for Hey Black Seattle is like I don't get compensated for it. I pay my assistant, but I don't and it never feels like or it very I would say rarely would it feel like, oh man, nobody's paying me so I shouldn't do it. It just feels good to get
Right.
the vision out and to actually do it and to serve and to make this all happen. So I feel what you're saying. It's like that there's a compensation that's a little more spiritual, that's a little more real to you and whoever you are, that it has nothing to do with how much I can purchase in the
Absolutely.
capitalist society with it. Oh, look, now that we done just jumped right on into life lessons, let's let the people who don't know who you are learn a little bit about you. So for the folks who are not familiar with Logic Amen, or the Griot Party. Can you bring them up to speed?
Yeah, my name is Logic God, man. I consider myself an educator, artist, activist in the community. Born in Cleveland, raised in Cincinnati, came to the Pacific Northwest when I was 12 and grew up in Seattle ever since. You know what I'm saying? So I consider my heart to be in Ohio, but my mind is in Seattle, specifically in Washington State. And I started, something about 8 years ago. Started in my home, you know, as a house party. And I started something called the Griot Party Experience, which creates those safe and sacred places for us to tell our stories. I set up a live band in my living room with a DJ, a person on the keys, and someone playing the guitar. And I kept the mic open and let people come there and sell things for free. And I just really wanted to create that cooperative, economics that we see so much as like in, Kwanzaa, like,
Mm.
and what do you call it, Ujama? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I set that up, and we had food there, and people were partaking in adult beverages responsibly. If you wanted to go outside and smoke, you can do that, but it was a safe place to do these things, legal things. Nothing criminal went on there. Let's
You
get
sound so
right.
responsible. You like
Yeah,
responsible
definitely.
consumption of liquor.
um yeah, and so after we got that, maintained and had some momentum going on the resident side as a house party, and it was a bait and switch. I always tell people this. I'm always transparent. The party, yeah, it does mean like let's get together and celebrate. I know that's how to lure our people in because we're always looking to do something pleasurable to like assist in our healing, and there's nothing wrong with
Mm.
that. But once we get the people together, that party and that celebration turns into something like the Black Panther Party or the
Yeah.
Democratic Party or the Republican Party. It becomes a movement for a common cause. And that common cause is to heal through the arts and culture and curating and amplifying, you know, um, our creative expression. That's very important. It's always been a part of it. We were in the fields, we were, singing, we were
Hmm.
dancing, and that got commodified and was used to make the American, crafts consumer entertainment business. And I wanted us to have a piece of it for ourselves, just in case, it's cool to like to support, pop culture and the mainstream. But I always want us to have the opportunity and always have the option to create entertainment and healing, things that are very specific to us. So after we did it in the home, I moved it to Columbia City Theater. And the goal was, as a party, is to reclaim the gentrified areas that we were
Mm.
being pushed out of in the Seattle metropolitan area. So we were very intentional and to reclaim, Columbia City Theater, which is in Columbia City, a historically Black neighborhood. Go to Langston Hughes and reclaim that space. Not to take it over, nothing, but just to say if you're going to gentrify something and you're going to clean it up and enhance it, then it should never come at our expense. And I want you to we want people to know through our creative expression that we are here. We have been
Yes.
here, and that becomes a landmark, a cultural landmark. And then we've gone on to Tacoma Art Museum. We've gone all over, Seattle, just leaving our stamp, Seattle Central College, and it's been a really, really good experience. And yeah, we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. We're only getting bigger and better, you know.
That's incredible. I don't think I realized you started in your living room.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That's
amazing.
how like a lot of those great stories start, like they say Amazon started in, his garage just selling books, you know what I'm saying? Or, Bill Gates started wherever, or this person
Mhm.
started whatever. But, you know, I strive to go all over the world literally and curate experiences and bring them to the people who don't have the power and the privilege to go to the places I go. Let me bring that experience to you.
Mhm.
So that's really what the Griot Party Experience is about.
First of all, thank you for what you have built and how it has grown and the energy that you have, just built around you with the people who have participated in all the stories and the art that you in the healing that you have supported in this. So thank you for that. And also thank you for what you are demonstrating with that story of starting in the living room and now museum, big experiences, the waterfront. You've been everywhere. And so just that makes me want to remind people of the power of moments that they're having with their friends that they might not realize are powerful, or they might not see the potential in it. They were just sitting around the dining room table talking, and they amazing ideas are brewing. And it's like that moment could be bigger than just that moment.
Yeah, that, you know, what's crazy about that is that's a good point. To add on to what you're saying, we have been taught to underestimate ourselves. And let me tell you this real quick. The oppressor and the institutions that make decisions for us and that we're dependent on it, they have never ever underestimated our potential.
Oh no.
That's why we're always, almost
Yeah.
always, in this crass consumer capitalist society, overworked and underpaid. And so, what I strive to teach people by proxy, by starting in my living room, is to remind people, don't underestimate yourself. It is so powerful to
Yes.
be able to go to your living room and create your own school, your method of healing, whatever, because that is the epicenter and that's where it starts. Everything that we do is merely an extension of ourselves because our body is a temple, and that's a metaphor for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But everything is an extension of our personal temple,
Yeah.
then our home, then our community, which branches out into institutions. So our main goal is to never underestimate ourselves, and we are walking, living, holy, sacred institutions. Your body is an institution. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you brought that up because it makes me think about, like, don't underestimate yourself. Like, you,
Mm-mm.
if you're disappointed in the schools, you know, always use them as a supplement, and you're the core teaching. Teach at home.
It's
If
so
you're
true.
disappointed in what you see on TV, create that entertainment in your home. I don't care if it's a puppet show. I don't care if it's, you know what I'm saying? You guys are
Whatever.
doing improv in the living room, or whatever you're doing. You're playing badminton in the backyard, to work out. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you need when possible with collective work and energy
Yeah.
should be in the home first.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
I was just looking up because you were making me think about this. There's a woman named Billie Avery who is a reproductive rights activist. And I want to say, like, in the 80s or the 70s, she started a Black Women's Health Initiative. But it started truly with like her and two other people around a table in a house. It's like we have the information about what's really going on with our people and with ourselves. And so it's like if you were the one with the information, you never know what that could turn into. This woman ended up leading some of the largest reproductive rights organization like movements, just starting from that one moment at that kitchen table.
Yeah. And we should always be reminded, if we this is why it's important to study Earth's story,
Mm-hmm.
our story, and not just his story, because the his story is usually the people who won and who colonized the people. Um, Study your history, your Earth story, right? Because always be reminded that something called the lottery started in black neighborhoods with us running numbers, and they came in and they capitalized off of it. Something that we call liquor store started in the backyard under the moonshine. That's why they call it moonshine. Us creating, things like Jack Daniels, a brother by the name of Ernest Nearest, who was an enslaved black man, created the recipe for Jack Daniels, and his family never got compensated for it. The Black Panther Party started something called, free and reduced lunch, which came out of the free breakfast program. My point is, they have never ever forgotten or underestimated our potential and our worth. They've taught us to do that. So, like those three things, like, liquor stores, the lottery, free and reduced, lunch, those are things that we created in
Mm-hmm.
our homes, in our neighborhoods. And we just got to trust in ourselves. And I would love for us one day, to create a marketplace that totally eliminates the American dollar, where we can just go there
Mm.
and barter in the
Barter.
spirit of swap meets. You know what I'm saying? Let's swap. Let's
Yeah.
swap. Hey man, I'll trade you this lawnmower, for that mountain bike. You know
The
what I'm
real
saying?
elemental,
Okay,
yeah. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. Look, I can talk to you about just life all day. I did want to make sure before I let you go, though, that we
Right.
talk about this event you got coming up. Because what I do is I go to the events calendar on heyblackseattle.com and be like, what's going on? Let me see if I can get the person who's promoting things on the calendar to come chat. And so I look at the calendar and I see AJ McQueen is coming. And
Yeah.
that was posted by you. Can you tell us what's coming up and what you got going on?
Yeah, I kind of slept a little bit. I got a little overwhelmed because we got something tomorrow at the waterfront at 6 p.m. too, at the Salish Steps. So 6 p.m. I got the youth performing out there. So make sure you show up for that. However, what she is talking about is August 3rd at the Youngstown Cultural Arts Center, starting doors open at 1 p.m. At 1 p.m. we're gonna welcome you in, and we're gonna have the vendors there, giving out backpacks, school supplies, right? We're also going to have some vendors that are going to be selling some things. If you would like to be a vendor, you need to hit me up and DM me ASAP. It's pay what you can. I'm literally, it's if you got $1, come through. I am trying to open this up for cooperative economics. And then at 2 p.m., that's when the performances start, and the share outs, where we're going to have two hometown heroes. We're going to have Kathy McCoy and Aaron Payne. Both of them have lost their children through gun violence. So part of this event, we want to kick it off and set the mood and tone for it. We are using the creative arts to really support mental health and grief support. And they're going to just talk about how, the arts and really support mental health and grief support. And then we're going to let the youth perform, what I'm saying? And then it's time for, what I'm saying, AJ McQueen, the nationally, recognized independent artist with 500,000 views on on Instagram, and we caught him at the right time. God bless the AJ McQueen crew. It's his first time ever coming to Seattle, and this is going to be the first performance before he goes on his tour. So
Wow.
we caught AJ McQueen at the right time. If you do not see him on Sunday, August 3rd, there's no telling when you're going to see this man, because this man being on BET. I mean, this dude didn't blew up. He didn't go viral several times. So come check us out August 3rd, Youngstown Cultural Arts Center. Get there at 1 p.m. Get your seeds, some backpacks, get some love, some community love, hear some good stories, and then stay until 2 and hear AJ McQueen rock out for 30 minutes.
Oh, right. No, that's AJ is going on tour with Ariel J. And I was just like, that's going to be an amazing tour. And I was hoping that they would come here. So we got the scoop. They coming, he's coming beforehand. I mean, but you got me too with the babies though. And you said the young people are going to perform and it's
Yeah,
early in the day because I don't love to be out at night. I don't know if everybody be
right.
inviting me to stuff. I don't love to be out at night. So when I see concerts start at 2,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that's nice.
That's what's up. Yeah, it's gonna
I
be. I'm
love
excited. I'm excited.
Oh, this sounds great. So everybody, you got the details. Youngstown. Let me get the words out. Art Center,
Yeah,
Cultural Arts Center.
Youngstown Cultural Arts Center is on Dale Ridge, is West. I forgot to also add to, it's going to be the debut of the music video for the Seeds to Garden project. So this is part two. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll put in the if I can put the link in there to the first video we did last summer. But yeah, I forgot to say that part itself. It's going to be a debut of their new music video.
Beautiful. So this is you got a lot coming up. So and then tomorrow you said on the waterfront,
Yeah, at 6 p.m. Yep,
6
Salish
p.m.
Steps. Yeah, if they did the ribbon cutting. They done so much like remodeling down there. It looks amazing down there. So come check us out, man.
Nice. Well, there you have it, folks. You have heard straight from the man, straight from Logic, what's going on. Now you learned about the Griot Party. You done got yourself a little inspiration to take your talk from the kitchen table to wherever your dreams want to take you. And some really cool plans. Tomorrow on
Yeah,
the waterfront, and then on Sunday, AJ
yeah,
McQueen and the crew. This is
yeah. I
beautiful. Thank
appreciate
you.
you.
I appreciate you too. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yep.
All right. And everybody who joined tonight and everybody who sees this on the replay, thank you so much for being here as well. Y'all have a beautiful, beautiful night.
Peace, peace.